Yeah?
Maybe.
I don't know. Check.
Second or two. Let's see. See if this thing loads up for us. How you guys doing today?
It's a good day. It's a Good Friday. Not the Good Friday, but it is a Good Friday.
It is a Good Friday.
Nothing yet.
Not yet.
Like that. It took me over 2.5 years.
Working on your phone?
Huh? Yes, sir. We ready to roll.
We rolling?
We rolling.
All right. Well, this is not working, so we'll use your phone then.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, guys, welcome to VIP Lounge After Hours. I'm Josh. This is Jordan. We got Nate over there, Nate the Great.
What's up? What's up?
Trade-Evate Nate.
Trade late night.
I don't know, man. Trade-Evate's making me mad.
Why is that?
I just can't get it to load on my computer, dude. I don't know what the deal is.
Odds are it's user error.
Yeah.
Odds are.
Definitely user error.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us this week, guys. We'll kick off by just doing a little bit of a market recap this week. Nate, what did you see? What was going on this week? Any big news events? Tell me what's going on.
All the things.
Yeah, I don't think there were any like super major news events. Obviously, we are starting off the new month of September, the last month of Q3, before heading into Q4. And so obviously we have a lot of news happening this month. But for this week, there wasn't really too much big stuff.
We had jolts this week.
Yeah, we had jolts, but even that's not super big.
PMI?
You know. Do we have PMI this week?
Pretty sure.
I don't think we did.
50-50.
But in any event,
Tuesday, PMI.
Tuesday, okay. Tuesday we had PMI. Congratulations. I don't remember Tuesday.
You got one. Okay.
Tuesday was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, PMI this week. But really, it's the last week of the month. It's the start of a new month. I'm really looking forward more to the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks. What is
yeah.
that?
Well, next week we have CPI, and then the week after that we have FOMC meeting and the new interest rate. Ideally new. Either interest rate's going to stay the same, or hopefully, Lord willing, it goes down.
What will that do?
I mean, that'll cause the market to go absolutely boomtown. Like we will be heading straight to the upside.
Hometown.
Yeah. And if they don't change, if they're flat, we'll probably see a retracement down. But that's kind of, I mean, this week we spent a lot of time basing. You know, we are creating new lows, basing. But obviously we saw a big recovery in the market yesterday in equities. Massive recovery in the market yesterday. And so I think that bodes well for next week. But I think CPI is kind of a big indication of the week after that. And so, but overall, this week's been really good for me.
Good.
Thankfully for today.
Yeah.
I mean, I was winning really good Monday and Tuesday. Like between Monday and Tuesday, I was up 10K on the week.
Yeah.
And then I had 3 losing days in a row, which was
Rare.
It was rare, but also a little bit painful.
Yeah.
To have 3 losing days in a row, where
I
it's
think
like
you handled it well, man.
I think I did handle it decently well. But
That's
you know,
not
3 losing days in a row, and you know, I trust my strategy, but it's like it just wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and I was primarily trading Nasdaq this week, and so Nas was making moves, but then filling them completely back. You know, and I need continuation and momentum in my style of trading.
Okay.
So 3 losing days in a row, max loss on all my accounts, and then today, but again, still maintaining profitability, right, for the week. But then today came back with about a 10. What was it today? Let's see, about $11,000 day today.
Okay.
Week.
So came back on the entirety for the week, about 15 to 16K on the week.
15 to 16K, so some chump change.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's in total made, and so I can take out, you know, I think my next payout date is like next Tuesday, so I can I'll take out about half of that next Tuesday.
So moral of the story here is quit after your losing day and give up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you gotta keep your max loss. You gotta stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've said this on our last slide. I think it's important to have a max loss that is also related to how much you're wanting to make in a day. So if I'm at the minimum looking for 1,000 a day, then my max loss shouldn't be more than 1,000 a day,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Man,
Because you
smart.
need a winning day at least to make up for that max loss.
Diving deep
You know.
into it right off the rip, man.
We were just trying to see how your week was, bro.
Yeah.
We were
Jordan
looking
even
yeah.
hadn't had
Good
a
or bad.
chance
That was
yet.
I'm saying that's why my week ended so well.
Okay.
Because even with 3 losing days in a row, which can happen, one day you can make all that back if you
Respect your
respect
rules.
your rules and stick to it.
Okay. Jordan, what about you, man?
I was just laughing at the comments. Chump change, people said. So my weeks are pretty consistent with the automation. I do the automation for the most part to get into my trades. And then as I have time, I am managing those trades after the automation opens. I was using Blitz all week. Good day to day, about 4,000 on the larger account. And then yesterday was about 5,000 on the larger account. We did have a break-even day on, I think it was Wednesday, but all in all, man, like it was good. I mean, like north of 5K, like pretty automated.
Okay.
A lot of news events. I was sitting on the sidelines for a lot of those. We don't really do the indicators or the automations on like news days
Mm-hmm.
or on like during those periods. So take those out, and like the actual trading was really, really good. I was happy with it.
Yeah.
Today was bonkers. Bonkers.
Bonkers. Automation, we had some pretty cool news drop
Yeah, we
on the
did.
automation front this week. What'd you say Blitz did? What was it yesterday?
Yesterday was 5K.
5K.
Yep. Today was 4K.
4K.
These are on like a slightly bigger account, so smaller accounts it would have been probably $1,500 yesterday in a small account, which would have been almost 100% ROI. Small account's like $1,000 maybe, and then mid-sized account maybe $2,500 yesterday.
Pretty solid day.
Yeah, they're all like that. We never lose.
Never lose. We do lose.
Lies.
Before someone hops in and starts saying something about that. Losses are part of it, man.
So one of the cool things about Blitz is the losses are very, very manageable. So if you guys don't know, like Blitz will take the major move of the markets, like NASDAQ as an example today. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, it went up. It kind of faked us to the upside after the 8:30 news. Faked to the upside, then it went down. Last time I checked, it's still going down. So in days like today, we will take that entire move. We might get like a little bit of a loss, but as soon as the market switches from either bullish to bearish, we will take that win. So
Big wins.
we might take a couple small losses while we're like figuring it out,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will take the entire move. Took the entire move yesterday. Took the entire move today.
When you say figuring out, you're just talking like consolidated markets,
Consolidated. The market's looking to take out retail traders, and then the institutions are going to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So during that takeout retail traders, we might break even. We might have like a little bit of a loss,
right?
and we'll have a day like yesterday or even a day like today.
Cool. Cool.
Darn
So
right.
pretty solid weeks for you two guys. For me, it's prop only week. Passed another 50K on TPT. Kind of building my reserves back over there. So 3K. Didn't even have to trade today. Got to take the day off and come back in Monday ready to go.
You missed out.
He did miss out.
He did.
Big time.
Hey.
We keep Josh pretty busy though. He's like, man, like guys, like let me trade. Can't.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good, and we did have, to your point, we did have some different news this week. I think I don't think it had a massive impact.
Mm.
I think the market still did what it was going to do, but I do think next week will be very interesting.
Yeah, CPI is always.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I think Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, it is abnormal to see 2 days in a row where it's like yesterday we had 900 ticks from the low to the upside, and then
Yeah.
back down today another 900 ticks. It is a little bit abnormal
Mm-hmm.
On NASDAQ, right?
on NASDAQ, yeah. And ES did break new all-time highs. NASDAQ is still, it didn't get it to its all-time high, but ES broke new all-time highs. Gold's breaking new all-time highs.
They're saying silver, like, it has the chance of getting to 15 ounce,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
that would be crazy.
I'm down with that.
Super crazy.
Cool.
Cool.
Crazy.
Well, one thing we kind of touched on a little bit through just weekly recap here, we talked a little bit about it last week, is losses. It's a big part of trading. Everybody's going to deal with losses. No one wins 100% of the time. And I think that's honestly the biggest reason why people quit. They don't understand losses are a part of this game, and they don't understand how to deal with them. I mean, for you guys, this week, no, mentally there was a little bit of a struggle. 3 losing days, it's a rarity for you.
Mm-hmm.
What helps you get out of that funk? What are your SOPs in those scenarios? What are you doing?
The hell's what's a SOP?
Yeah, I mean it's tough after 3 days. Like one day I'm used to losing one day,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 it's like okay that's annoying but still manageable. There's still plenty of drawdown to work with, you know. And then once you get to 3 losing days in a row, you know you start really yesterday
to throw
I was,
everything out the
I was
window.
I was testy yesterday after 3 days because I'm like why isn't this?
I didn't notice.
I'm like, why isn't this working? You know, yeah, you get into that mentality where you start to question everything. Honestly, at one point, I just got out of my chair and I sat in my comfy chair in the corner and just kind of like closed my eyes and just.
What do you see?
Well, you know what I mean? You don't see anything. You just got to kind of step back, you know, and get
Just a red
Just
wall
red.
closing in.
you know,
Fire.
you got to close out the chart scene. You just got to like, again, you got to forget the money aspect of it, and if you trust your strategy, you know, and again, and I have kind of like a mantra that I go through, that I have written down, to keep myself from trying to overtrade, to take random trades, to manage my risk properly, and to do the right things, you know. And so I go over that, and at the end of the day, you gotta live to trade until the next day, you
Capital
know.
Yeah.
preservation, baby.
So it's like you gotta look at it as I still have the accounts, there's still drawdown there, it's still manageable.
Yep.
Right? And so you got to come at it from that perspective, you know. Then it's like, okay, if you're getting close, then it's like, okay, maybe I need to not take, you know, I had room to take bigger positions here.
Mm-hmm.
And now maybe I don't have that room. And, you know, maybe where I was trading with 2, today I only traded with 1, full size. I was trading with 2, you know. Now I came in today and traded with 1, but it was just one of those days where I was able to make 10K of that, of all my losses. I mean, basically all my losses and a little bit of profit made on today from the last 3 days, right? And I think days like today, you gotta be able to catch moves like today,
Yeah.
right? To make up for losses, you gotta be able to catch these moves today.
I think that's key.
But that's basically what I do. You know, and it takes a long time to kind of build up that mentality. To where it's all just numbers.
It's emotional
You know?
IQ.
Yeah, it's all just numbers. It's all just data, right? We're making educated kind of guesses based upon probabilities on whether a trade's going to win or lose.
I said mine's a little bit different, like very very similar, like psychology, but like mine's a little bit different. Where like with like a tool like Blitz, the market will trend. It's gonna trend. Like Nasdaq will trend. ES will trend. Gold depends. It'll normally horizontal trend, either direction. So I think with mine, it's when I'm taking losses is typically when it's consolidated, and that is normally the step before a breakout. So it's like just stay alive here.
Yeah.
If it's a prop firm, like survive the consolidation. So for me, that'd be like drop down on contracts or maybe go up a time frame to like get like less trades, and then we're gonna break out. And then once we break out on like something like Nasdaq is what I used this week. Once we break out, like yesterday, today, like we have the move. So it's like hold on, take the move, right? So I mean, like I did have, I think Monday and Tuesday were both losing days for me. Nothing crazy. I mean, like we're talking like on a big account, like $800 loss. Nothing crazy.
Manageable.
Manageable. We're not blowing an account, but still, I mean, like we had to have that recovery, like you said, like yesterday, today. Like when you get those moves, you have to do something with them.
Yeah.
If you do, I think a lot of people will. Look, the market will hand them an opportunity on a silver platter, and they'll go like 1 micro, and close it after 50 ticks, and they're like, "Woohoo! I made $100 or $50, whatever it might be." And then the market does what it did yesterday or today, and it continues up for 5 more hours. And
Right.
you're like, dude, you gave up. The market gave you a great trade that you've been waiting for to get you out of the drawdown and consolidation, and then you didn't do anything with it.
Well, and most people are going to take most of their losses during consolidation, right? Because during consolidation, people believe that the market's going to keep going in that direction,
Yeah.
right? They catch one of those big moves and they think that every move is going to be that.
Oh.
And so
I
they,
deserve 500 ticks per
and
trade.
so most people lose during consolidation and during back and forth because they overtrade it. But catching these big moves, again, it's not something I think every move is, but that's why I trail my TP. I generally don't have profit targets anymore. I almost instantly, like if I get into 5-10 points of profit, I'm just throwing my stop straight to break even and just letting it ride, and then I'll wait for the next low to be created, trail it again. Wait for the next low to be created, trail it again. And if it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out. But the reason I was able to make 10K today is because I let my position run. And I wasn't worried if it got stopped out. Hey, great, I made $1,000 on each account today, whatever. But I was able to make, across all of them about 4K each because I just kept on letting that trail. So generally, if there's no, and you can't do that on an account that has a trailing drawdown, right? You can't do that. So like you have to trade an account, like a live account or a prop that doesn't have a trailing drawdown, but you might take more trades than you're used to. Like I actually got away from the idea of, like I can only take so many trades per day. And more so I'm looking at, well, what's the move that I'm trying to capture? And if I get into a trade throw to break even and it gets stopped out, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. I might just be early. So now I'm going to wait to see if the market confirms this move a little more. All right, and then I'll get into another trade, and maybe that one will get stopped out too.
That's what happened yesterday, the day before. Was like you were confident in the trade, and you got stopped out a couple times on that trade, but you were just early.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Eventually it played out and went up for 5 hours.
I watch your videos.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot to be said about like the I don't care about the result like vibe. It's like today, as an example, was a good day where I took larger account was up. I think I was in like 20 micros, so 2 minis.
2 minis.
And I closed out 3/4 of them, 75% of them, and I just like let the other ones. It's like I've locked in my profit. I don't care what happens with the rest of it.
Yeah.
And like I've seen you do that where you'll scale out of it and like leave runners.
Which I actually don't do that as much anymore.
Weak.
Always evolving,
but
man.
if you lock in what you want, and if you secure what you want, and you've hit your daily or whatever it might be your goal, let the rest of it run. And like have the attitude of whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. And that's the worst case scenario to keep yourself out of overtrading and FOMO. Because if you get into a trade and then you close out at 50 ticks and then you see the market wrecking down, well now you're like, I got to get back into this. And that's where you get in, and that's where it reverses, and that's where you start to make your losses.
Always.
Because you don't recognize that, well, the entry's already gone. You already missed it.
Yep.
And so, yeah, at least having a runner, it keeps you from overtrading. And for me, it's like, if you can let go of the trade itself, that's why I just trail my stop and let the whole position run, because I've let go of...
You're not scaling out anymore?
Because
that's
it's
newer,
like,
right? Couple weeks?
Because you're still going to feel FOMO, like if you, right? So if you scale, because like for example, on a day like today or yesterday, like, and I learned this from Tom Hugard, it's like, why would you scale, like if you were in a sell and the market's moving down, why would you scale out of a position? Why wouldn't you scale in? Right? If the market's moving down, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I noticed this too, like you're going to feel worse. It's harder to not feel worse about closing out some of your position, like if it keeps on moving down. You're going to look at that and you're going to think, man, I could have made this much if I wouldn't have scaled out. But it's like if I can just trail my stop in an educated way, and sometimes, it won't work and I'll get stopped out, but I'm still stopped out in profit. You got to let go of every individual trade as like this needs to be the one that just runs forever. Like there was a trade on, I think, Monday or Tuesday that I was in. And at one point, it was up $2,400, and it reversed and closed me out at like $1,400. It's like, oh well, especially once it gets past $1,000, I'm trailing to $1,000 because I know my max loss per day is $1,000.
Yeah.
So now, no matter what, I've beat my max loss, and if it keeps on going, then it just keeps on going.
There's two psychologies. Maybe we can talk about this for a second. And I've got some good questions coming in as well. Appreciate you guys. Keep on asking questions. That's really why we do this. There's two approaches to this. Nate, there is the scale. I don't know, how would you even call it? You scale in as it goes against you, or scale in as it goes for you.
I don't scale in if it goes against me. Never.
So I've done
DCA or scale
dollar
in?
cost average DCA. So there's two ways that people do it, and there's really not a lot of middle ground. So I've done both, and recently, especially with using like Blitz as a tool, it's like if we're going north, and we have a little bit of a pullback, and I can anticipate that we start going north again, I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add to my winners, and I'm not gonna add to my losers. Like a couple weeks ago, I would DCA against me, and like that's the whole like martingale grid trading idea, which can work, and for some people it works really, really well, but you're adding to your losers.
Mm-hmm.
So your loss now, you need less movement to lose more versus a large movement to lose X amount of dollars. Like now you need less movement to lose more and more and more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two ways that people do it. What do you do? Like how are you, or both?
I mean, personally, I leave room for averaging down the DCA, but that's part of my strategy. My expectation going into a trade is that I'm wrong. I leave room for that within my stop loss
Beat
that I have.
yourself up every trade. I'm probably wrong again. This sucks.
It could be, but my expectation is to be wrong. I leave room for an ideal entry if I am too early with a reasonable stop loss that is in alignment with my overall equity. And if I hit the stop loss at 2 contracts instead of 1, big whoop, I'll look for the next opportunity. If it goes exactly how I like, cool. I'm going to start looking for trend lines, looking to scale into this opportunity,
So you literally
this
do
trade.
both.
Yeah,
You do both.
without a doubt.
You're like a chameleon.
See, and I'll never DCA because I'll never DCA because when I get into a trade, I always assume that I'm right.
Who's happier? You beat yourself up. You think you're Superman.
Because
I
it's
wouldn't
like,
say I beat myself up over it, though. I just don't expect to understand something that is almost impossible to understand, and I have that a part of my plan coming
and
into
for me,
it.
it's like I look at it as every time I'm in a trade, it's more like what am I willing to lose? Like I assume that there's going to be loss, that I'm going to be wrong sometimes, but when you are taking a trade, you are trying to be right. Like you're not taking a trade trying to be wrong. You're trying to be right. And you're waiting for the market to confirm that. Now the market may confirm that you're wrong. And so like you have to be willing to accept that loss as I was wrong at this moment in time. Now maybe the market will play out that you were right and maybe you were early, whatever, but at the end of the day you were still wrong
Do you guys
in that moment. But I still have to assume every time I take a trade, I'm trying to take it because I am right.
Do you guys think it's more important to catch the right move? Is that weighted heavier, or managing the move once you're in it? I'd say you'd probably say the right move, right?
Well, the thing is that
Just based on this, like,
well,
15 minutes.
it's like the thing is like over these last 2 days, we've seen abnormal market behavior,
Oh yeah.
right? We've seen swings all the way up, and it's now reversed all the way back down. I mean, a lot of times you'll want to see at least a 50% pullback before moving to the upside. But today we've seen almost 100% pullback.
Yeah.
And so the thing is that 80 to 90% of moves are probably going to be contained within 2 zones. But then you're going to have days like yesterday and today where you have these massive swings. Now, I believe that you should try and catch these massive swings when they happen. Because, yeah, like, you're going to need those to make up for smaller losses. Like, realistically, you're going to need them. Otherwise, it's like, but if you know how to trade those times when it's moving back and forth in between zones, that's going to be 80 to 90% of your trades. Like, today's trade was 5% of my overall trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's more important to know how to trade in between zones than trying to catch every large scale
So you'd
move to the
say
upside or
Yeah.
downside.
managing it once you're in it is more
Yeah.
important. What about you?
Managing.
Managing?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, outside of crazy market circumstances, if you're sticking to a plan, if you know what your strategy is, it's pretty easy to manage every trade to at least break even,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
which
never
is a
letting-
win.
Like never letting green go red. Why would anybody do that? Let green go to red? That to me has never made
What was
sense.
Nothing.
So that's a big thing that I started doing. And again, if you let go of every individual trade, I just say like, okay, if I'm up 5 to 10 points, I'm not going to let that go red. No way, not a chance. Even if it gets stopped out. This morning I got stopped out of.
break even is so much
Yeah.
better than a loss.
This morning I got stopped out of 5 trades at break even. Don't care. I was up 500 on one. Stopped out at break even. Who cares? Right? Then you wait for the move to play out.
And
Yeah.
And then,
I agree. There's a guy that I follow kind of as a joke, but his whole gig is he will do a random number generator on his phone, and it will say buy or sell, or 1 or 2. 1's buy, 2's sell. And now, this is Forex, mind you. And no matter what his phone tells him to do, he will take a buy or sell. He will do a random number generator again, etc. And he's always been able to outperform everything just by managing when he's already in the trade. So now that's 4x. For us on futures, I think it's 10x. Like no one catches the exact move. Well, maybe a couple people. It's very hard to catch the exact move. Once you're in that trade, like you just gotta you have to manage it well. And knowing when to get back in, knowing when to add, knowing when to take out. Like there's so much more to managing than just getting in. Getting in is pushing a button. Like anybody can do that. In fact, our indicators do that for you. So outside of that, everyone gets messed up when it comes to making decisions about the actual trade. Should I have stayed in longer? Should I get out earlier? Like whatever it might be. So I absolutely agree with that. We got some good questions, guys.
lay it on us. That's it.
Insight on self-sabotage was the first one. I think that's just part of it, man. Like, insight on it, done it, do it, all the time. Trading outside of trading. I mean, like, why do people go eat fast food when they know it'll kill them? Why do people drink sugar? Like, why do people drink alcohol? Why do we have nicotine? That's all self-sabotage.
Nicotine's good for you, man.
Nicotine, I would...
Technically it is.
Technically, this is mostly water, so we can debate on that. I think people self-sabotage constantly, right? Like, most of what we do we know is not good for us. Looking at the sun, like looking at this gigantic light behind Josh is killing me. It's all self-sabotage. Like, insight on it is, like, at some point you will get so fed up with yourself that you will figure out how to control yourself. It's not the market, it's yourself. So for me, it is really saved me from myself. So having like preset, like, and again, like with like the automation, it's a little bit like cheating because it's already built in. Like we'll get out of this trade if we do blank. So unless I like am going in and like blatantly saying, screw it, like I'll just like do whatever I want to do, it's gonna get out of that trade. So like a lot of it is save me from myself. I will have what's that one that you trade?
Yes.
Top Step.
Oh.
Top Step's a great example. Like they have saved me from myself set up. Kick me out if I do blank.
Big time.
Kick me out if I have drawdown of blank. If I win X amount. Like they did that and they spent. I think they're the first that's probably done that.
And it saved me 100 times. I can attest to it.
Yeah. So like there are tools like that, and honestly, like if you can't really do it yourself, you probably need to do like Top Step or something similar, because I don't trust myself, man.
Yeah, well, and they've done studies on this. Like 90% of traders lose. Everybody knows that statistic. 90% of day traders lose all of their money after like a year or two. And guess what? It's never the market's fault.
Of course.
Ever. right? It's based upon individuals. It's because this is an environment. And I say this all the time. This is an environment that people are not accustomed to. There's a reason that Navy SEALs go through the training that they do before they go into war. Most people are not equipped to deal with war. And so, you're trying to be equipped with massively stressful situations so that when you get put in those situations, you will be able to emotionally react in a way that makes sense, that makes the most profitable outcome for everybody. Right? And this is an environment that people are not used to. And so that's why I think it takes so long for people to trade profitably. Like for some people, like there's some triggers that we know it took 7 years before they started turning a consistent profit.
We know those guys. We follow those guys.
And we don't know the circumstances of like, well, who are they learning from? Did they have mentors, whatever? All right, and then it took me 3 to 4 years.
How does our environment here at Black Gold, like specifically, like both here in the office and in our community, how does that element of like accountability play in? Like, I'm asking because like I hear you guys from my office, why you didn't stick to your rules, or like I hear that camaraderie, but that's accountability.
Yeah.
Right. So we have that physically here. Like you guys are always, maybe not so much you're actually trading. This guy.
Sorry, I get my trading done real quick.
I win so fast.
You're the enforcer.
But you're always in my office. Like, what's going on with this trade? What's going on with this trade? Like, how are we doing? How are we doing? That's accountability. So we have that built in, but like most people don't have an office.
Yeah.
Move to Canton, Ohio.
That's something I wanted to dive in on, self-sabotage.
Can't.
I mean,
Can't.
yes, I
You
can.
have to wait.
Yeah.
So we do that both physically, but also like in our community.
Yeah.
Because people they're submitting trade reviews.
Yeah.
People are saying, why did I lose this trade? And we, like anybody on our staff can go in and say, well, dude, you're self-sabotaging. And like, if you're on here, I love you, and I won't say your name. I had a guy that said, hey man, I jumped out of Black Gold because I failed 12 challenge accounts.
That's it?
In a week. In a week. No, in a week.
That's it?
In a week. That's a lot.
You failed more than 12 in a week?
12, that's it? But not recently, but before, I mean, come on, bro, 12?
But my point is like this gentleman wasn't showing up to calls.
Yep.
There's guilt, right? Like there's like,
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't do this. Like my kids, like Wesley shits his pants. He's off in the corner by himself, like won't interact with anybody. He knows he shouldn't, whatever. Right? Like there's like this element of guilt. Kylan does something wrong. Our traders, if they break the rules, we'll see them disappear.
Yep.
So, because of accountability and because of, I know I shouldn't have done this. I'm
Shame.
self-sabotaging myself, and I know that Nate's gonna ask me about it, or Jordan, or Josh. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, like, I wish we have trade reviews. Honestly, I wish I got a trade review every day, but I don't. Now, I don't know if maybe people aren't losing as much as I think, but I mean, I wish I got, if I had the opportunity to submit trade reviews when I first started, I would have been submitting my trades every single day.
Game changer.
It would have been a game changer to have somebody reviewing my trades, but yeah, 9 times out of 10 when I see people leave our community, they're not engaging. They're not asking questions. They're not asking for help. And yeah, they feel stupid because they lost a challenge or whatever because they overtraded. And it's like, this is not a game. And it's like, yeah, I love everybody in our community, but this is just not a game for ego.
No.
Right? This is not a game for ego. This isn't a game for, I need to be, I'm the, the best service. I don't need any help, whatever. Like the whole point, in my opinion, of Black Gold is so that, it took me 3 to 4 years. How can I bring that down to 6 months for somebody or 3 months for somebody?
6 months. I want it quicker.
Yeah, or like even 3 months for somebody. Like how can I bring that down? It takes 4 years to get a college degree, right? Imagine in 3 to 6 months you are making more monthly than what you potentially paid for your college degree.
Here's the thing: is like all 3 of us, and like probably a lot of people in our community. Shout out to the community. We make more than doctors.
Yeah.
We straight up do. I mean, like doctors nowadays is like $100K a year. Divided by 12, like we do better than that. To your point, it takes them like at minimum 4 years.
Yeah.
You want to be a doctor, it's like 4 years, and then like another like like you're like 8, 10, 12 years into it, and then you get a job that pays you like $100K a year.
And then you pay off all your debt for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, like a lot of people are like the accountability thing's kind of blowing up in the chat right now. Like, people are terrified because they think they're gonna look stupid. Their ego.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like we all are going to deal with the exact same thing. Everybody in our community, man, woman, other, like we all have this ego where we want to be right. We want to post our win. Everyone else is winning. The wins channel's blowing up. I self-sabotaged. I got into another account. I blew it. Got into another one, and it kind of snowballs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you've blown one account, I've gone from like 1 to 5 accounts quickly.
Yeah.
Now, not in a week, but like, quickly.
And how do you think it feels for us too? Like, how do you think it feels for me admitting 3 days of losses in a row? And I put that out in our community. Today when I posted my win, I posted, well, I lost 3 days in a row. Finally had a winning day today. And it's like, here we are. I am the master trader. Like, how do you think it is for us? People trade with me 3 days a week. And I do pre-market every single day. Battling with that in my own mentality of like, you sit there and you start thinking, why are people even learning from me? I mean, I suck at trading.
Imposter.
Yeah, like
Imposter syndrome.
that starts to creep in. So like, and if you have something that might be embarrassing, right, and you go that maybe this is hurting you physically, like you have a disease, I don't know, you get an STD. I don't have an STD. I don't know what that's like.
Jeez.
But that's going to be embarrassing to go to the doctor about.
I'm joking.
Right? That's going to be embarrassing to go to the doctor about, but you still go because there's going to be a solution to your problem there.
Yeah.
Right? And you might have to, you drop trowel and you feel embarrassed with the doctor, right? But he's going to solve your problem.
It's got weird.
All right? But I'm saying, think about how embarrassing that is. And you're embarrassed to tell us about a losing trade?
Yeah.
It's not even comparable. It's not even in the same realm. Right, but we're here, again, to take that timeline and shave that off for people to try and really change your life. But if you're not willing to engage or to be honest on that front, it's like I can personally guarantee
if
loss.
you delay that, go lose your dick.
I can guarantee
if
you're
you
going to
don't
lose.
go to the doctor, or if you don't like say, hey man, like ego aside, like I need help. That's where people get really, really messed up.
Everybody approaches trading as a solo sport. If you're in a community, you're not in a solo sport anymore.
Yeah.
You're on a team. You have people to take the workload off of you and help you get a win quicker.
I mean, there's professional traders that don't trade by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those guys you see on YouTube, those professional traders, they're not trading by themselves. They have mentors. They have people that they're trading with in a location, in a space that they're being accountable to. I mean, even I came to Josh like 2 weeks ago or like a week ago, and I said, bro, if I'm trading after 11:30, I want you to shoot me with that pellet gun.
And he did.
And he did. He did, and I said, I want you to shoot me. And that's and that's like, for me, it's like that's a little bit emotional, right? Like I don't want to ask you that, but it's like because I'm willing to accept the accountability. I have to put my ego to the side and say, look, sometimes I even break my rules. And so I'm asking for help.
I had no problem with it. I was super
you
willing
have
to
no,
shoot
I
it.
got you, bro.
You have no problem with it.
Well, we're coming up on 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What announcements do we have this week? What's new this week on the black gold side?
Goodness.
A lot, right?
Couple of things.
Every week.
So last week we talked a little bit about intensive, working hands-on with all three of us for 10 days.
Can we still do
That definitely can still do it. Our
Okay.
first round, that filled up in about 72 hours. We're going to do another one next month.
What is it, though?
10-day intensive?
Yeah. If you're tuning in for the first time, what is it?
10-day intensive is 10 days working intensively with myself, Jordan, Nate. We're going to talk a lot about... Sorry. Week one's going to be focused on like dialing in your strategy, trading psychology, making sure your foundation is strong and you have correct expectations entering this type of business. Week two, it's going to be a lot more application and scaling your business. Ideally, 10 days in, you're going to have all the tools to walk away with a successful business in
If
your
you want
portfolio. if you wanted to, if you're willing to put in the work. It's an intensive. It's not going to be easy. It's going to require work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm super excited about it. Because I think at Black Gold we're always learning new ways, like, because I mean we have to ask ourselves every day, what do traders need? What do people need to excel in this? And it's like that's why, okay, we start with the indicators, then we introduce things like live trading. Okay, people need this level up in live trading, this guidance, and then something like a 10-day intensive is like, okay, this is kind of that next big step up where it's like, well, how do we give people everything they need in the shortest amount of time and work, more smaller group, more one-on-one
Yeah.
to really excel them more
If
quickly?
I would have done this years ago when I started, because like I did, my strategy was, I'll just buy everything, and something's got to work, right? Like statistically, if I go like I dropped probably 50K between courses, mentorships, masterminds, like what tools, whatever it might be. And if I would have had something like the 10-day intensive back then, I probably would have saved $49,000 plus. So I think we're all ecstatic about that. That starts on
Very
Monday.
much.
You have time. It does start on Monday. So if you want that,
We've got 1 or 2 spots that I think we could squeeze in for this month. The rest is going to be waitlist for
Yeah,
next
but you're going to
month.
be in October.
Yeah.
So you've got to pretty much know today.
you need to
Not
hurry.
by
You need to hurry.
Monday.
What else? We got
Gotta
going?
hustle. The other big launch that we had this week, big news for the people in our community, is Blitz automation. And I think you're probably better off walking everybody through that.
Yeah, so I have been trading it's a strategy that we have called Blitz. We are doing it physical trading, like actual manual trading Blitz. I love it. It is confirmation and confirmation bias of the actual big move of the market. We traded on NASDAQ predominantly, 5-minute, and it will show us like moves like today, moves like yesterday were all caught like within 5 minutes worth of accuracy. Was today 5 minutes a big deal?
No.
Yesterday?
No. I mean,
Dude, we went for 5 hours
Yeah.
yesterday, like straight up. Today was like multiple hours straight down. Like, so within about 5 minutes, because it's on the 5-minute candle. So we've been trading that physically as a community, and then this week, especially today, we offered it to be automated, and we had a good group of people jump into that were very excited about it. We do kind of 2 different strategies. We have a mean reversion strategy where we are going back to neutral, and then we have a trend following strategy. Both of them work well. Both of them work for different assets and different markets. So today was big. If you guys are interested in either the 10-day intensive, which starts on Monday, or like something like Blitz, where it's like automated catch the move of the day, we should have our Discord in the description of the channel, probably the description of this video.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of our socials
Just
are on.
just jump in and say, hey, I want to talk about it.
Might be leaving out a pretty cool addition on the Blitz strategy compared to other automations.
I do something. What is it?
You do something with Blitz, don't you?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so you talk about the management.
Mm-hmm.
So Blitz is used for our hedge fund. We have a company called, behind Josh here, Obsidian Strategies. It's a hedge fund, and Blitz is one of the strategies that we use for our clients that are coming in with a minimum of 250K. So with that, myself and team, we manage that automation. So what that means is, like, during business hours, we're constantly looking at it, managing it, adjusting it, etc. So with the offer that we put out today, you literally get the hedge fund level management and the tools that our hedge fund is using for, I'm telling you guys, it is not even a fraction of the cost, which is cool. So you're like, hey man, I want an automation, I don't want to manage it myself. You get hedge fund level management with this, which is cool.
Nailed it.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yeah.
What do you want me to? Can you text me what I'm supposed to say?
Attaboy.
Cool. Guys, jump in.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on. Next week's gonna be a lot of fun. If you just want to trade with myself, Josh, You actually like vacation next week.
Yeah, so
Where-
I'll be
where-
out.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Michigan, Lake Michigan. Yes, sir.
The Lake
The Michigan, pure Michigan, baby.
Woo.
Yeah. So
If
I
you want to
won't
hang out,
be-
if you want to hang out with the
yeah.
non-vacationers, come hang out with us this
Yeah.
week.
People getting shiz done, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Nate, you had one more big announcement, right?
He's pregnant.
I did.
Nah, I just wanted to put you on the spot. See what you would come up with on
We're
the
having
fly.
another baby.
Yeah.
Are you?
No, not yet.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Ooh. Guys, we appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of this. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do it. Like the video, share the video. We'd love your support. Discord's completely free, most of it, not all of it, most of it. But if you guys want to jump in, see what we're all about, see what we stand for, use the tools that we use. I think all the training's free right now.
Yeah, that was one other thing I forgot to mention. We just kind of switched that up.
All of our training, so all of the training for both Underground Scalper and for Blitz, and even the Key Levels course that Nate put a ton of work into. Literally all recorded content that we have right now is completely free in our Discord. So if you're not a member and you're like, I don't know about these guys, goofy looking, cougars drinking, sons of guns, tobacco chewing, come check out literally all of our recorded content. I can't think of one thing, even like Havila's on there. I can't think of one thing that's recorded that is not available for free. Go check it out. You'll love it. Come meet our people. And that's all I got. Excited for you guys.
Yeah. Have a good weekend, folks.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
You're off.
Are
You
we?
sure? Did
Are
you
we-
click
are we?
confirm?
Click confirm.
Did you click? Did you click the button?
Come on, video guy.
It's touchscreen, remember?
Somebody's been on after